Back at 7:44, 70 degrees on this Saturday morning. We start off in the garden this morning. Joining us, 10 Year Side's gardening expert, Dabney Morgan. Hey, Dabney.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, in the last half hour, we were talking about watering,
right,
and you want to clarify something, right?
Yes, because we were talking about overwatering,
right.
But on the other side of the coin, it has been hot and it has been dry, so it does mean we have to water some. I don't want people to misconstrue
Ignore
that we
the
don't.
yards altogether.
Exactly.
Sure.
And particularly new plantings, those things that we've planted, we're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to. But so many folks will call and say, how often should I water? Well, other than physical inspection, it's really hard to put an exact time when things need to be watered. One thing about it, though, the nice thing, if you do miss a plant and it starts to wilt, it's dry, it needs to be watered, so do so. But on the other hand, if you watered it this morning, it's wilting an hour or two later, the odds are it's still wet, it's just losing more moisture through the foliage than the roots can take up at that particular time.
Just don't overdo it there.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to some of our callers right now on the line. William from Virginia Beach. Hey, William, good morning. What's your question for Dabney?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My question is, Daphne, I have very healthy tomato plants. Unfortunately, I discovered something called white flies. Is there anything that we can do to get rid of these white flies?
A couple of things, and they are bad, and particularly when we get these high temperatures, and they actually get on the underside of the leaf and suck the juice out of
And these are the white flies that he's referring to?
Yes, it's a white fly. It's like a little sparkle of dust, but they are sucking the juice out of the plants, and they stress the plants. Hanging something yellow in the garden, a lot of times that will naturally repel them. There are also some natural sprays, such as Bonide puts out one called Midex, that will work fairly well. I find too that whatever you do spray with, if you'll believe this or not, if you'll mix a little Caro syrup with it, it helps the chemical stick to the leaves, and you get a better control by treating with that. But remember, they're on the bottom side of the leaves, so if you are going to treat with something, you're going to have to get the product on the underside of the leaves to get the control.
All right, let's go to our next caller, Nancy in Newport News. Hey, Nancy, good morning. What's your question for Dabney?
Yes, I have some of the hardy palm trees, and of course the one that I've planted that's doing the best happens to be in the wrong place. It needs more room going over the sidewalks and all. When is the best time to replant this?
I would not do that till next spring. I just don't think that's a plant you want to transplant in the fall. Our regular plants that lose the leaves during the winter, trees and things like that, we can do it in late winter, but in azaleas and camellias, evergreens we can do in the fall. But when you get into plants that are not quite as hardy in this area, then you want to do that in early spring.
All right, Dabney. Hey, we're going to wrap it up right now, but we're going to head over to Facebook in a little bit to answer some more questions. So if you have any more questions, log on to our Wavy Facebook page. Dabney will stay for a little bit longer.
And don't forget, Monday I'll be on at noon as well.
That's right.
Too.
He'll be back Monday.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for reminding
Sure.
us. All right, let's get your weather forecast right now.